side of the road. So where will I park, John?
Somewhere in there.
Just behind him?
This is the little log cabin we stayed in at Moose Creek on the way to Dawson City. Quite a pleasant spot, right in the middle of the forest, nothing apart from the little road stop.
This is the car we rented. And there are two things you notice about the fronts of cars in the Yukon. One is the lack of a number plate on the front, and the other is the power plug hanging out to keep them warm in winter.
The squirrel at Moose Creek. We saw quite a few squirrels in Canada. Always nice to watch running around.
Dusty old gold town. Bumpy road coming in. Some old original buildings. There's a house with grass on its roof.
Turn right.
This is Dawson City.
Dawson City was the site, of course, of a major gold rush in the beginning of the 20th century. As they dug up a lot of the gravel and built houses then over the top of where they dug it, they had a major problem of sinkage, things moving, as you see in this picture.
This is the cabin of Robert Surt. This is the poet. Lived here for a few years.
This is the view from the lookout above Dawson City, seeing the Yukon River and the mountains with the autumn colours. It's a very nice place to go and enjoy the view.
A little bit of film in a birch forest. This is a Klondike dredge. It's a massive piece of equipment that they use for dredging the gold here. The height of this thing is incredible.
See you later, never coming back.
Here we have some cranberries.
This is Dawson City, a view from the other side of the Yukon River. This is the ferry on the Yukon River. We went across on this. It runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in summer. In winter, of course, the river totally freezes and you can drive across.
Some very deep gravels, often sand in the Yukon. This is the Yukon River Valley. Vast areas without humans. This is the way you go through roadworks in the Yukon. This is Watson Lake and what appears to be a rather bizarre collection of signs.
You should see the colour of this water. It is absolutely amazing. On postcards it's bluey green and you don't believe that it can be real. Well, it is real. It's this deep green aqua, fabulous, very clear, but you know, darker green as it goes further out. And the mountains are just amazing and very different to Australian hills. They are sharp and some of it is snowy and very rock-like, as other places we went to it was all made from sand. Cut.
This is Banff National Park in the Rockies.
This is squirrel holes, or we think they're squirrels, and this is the amount of food that they have left outside their little home. There's shells and mounds of it.
These creatures, which look like goats, are actually sheep. These strange shapes are what they call hoodoos. They're actually just a some sand and rock that's been carved out by erosion. Quite interesting.
This is a bald eagle.
Well,
This is the Bow River Falls at Banff. This is the river we rafted down.
Fine Grey River, yeah? Not far from here, is it?
no, it's not. It's just around the bend.
Excellent. So what's happening with the sat nav? You're going to throw it away now?
You must know.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to turn and give me a big smile, you can take a picture of the whole bump.
Bottom of this.
No food in the water.
Yeah, it was a warm day today. Hey?
Yeah,
Last 2 weeks it's been freezing cold.
within 2
Snow
weeks.
and rain
yeah.
for the last 2 weeks.
Oh, the past
Today's
2
the first sunny day in about 12, 14 days.
So it's so cold. It's not what I expected at all.
it's
Because we're
winter.
from Montreal and it's
Oh! Paddy!
1, 2, 3.
Looks like plenty of water as it was.
No,
No,
plenty
but it's
of
not,
water.
it's
Water
not
is
very
down.
deep.
Nothing
No.
left. Finished.
Yes.
At Banff, we took a chairlift, or gondola as they call it, to the top of Sulphur Mountain. And here you see the view from the top of the mountain. This is the Banff Recreation Grounds. We went there in the evenings and there was elk grazing. 2 evenings we went and they were there both days. They ignored anyone around, even playing football. They took no notice.
Something over that way smells on the wind.
Here you see some of the waterfalls up the Johnston Canyon. The Johnston Canyon's approximately halfway between Banff and Lake Louise in the Rockies. This is Lake Louise. We visited Lake Louise in the evening, probably around 7 p.m. Sun was still shining but going down. It was still very nice. The crowds weren't too great at that time of the day. This is the glacier up the end of the lake. We saw ice falls and heard the ice falls from this glacier. This is the Crowfoot Glacier, just a little up the road from Lake Louise heading towards Jasper. This was just another place to stop and admire the view on the Icefields Highway. A little further up the Icefields Highway we stopped to admire the view again. Just had to keep stopping, it was so fantastic. This was on our way up to Jasper. We drove to Jasper and then returned to Lake Louise in the one day.
We are at the Columbian Icefields. Shortly you'll see a glacier. It's very cold, icy out here.
We took a bus out onto the glacier itself and enjoyed a little walk on it. These are the Ice Explorer buses. They take you out onto the glacier. Massive machines. And, quite a ride. Just enjoying a walk on the ice. This had to be the coldest we felt while we were in Canada. This is the toe of the Athabasca Glacier. You see the ice melting here and running away as a river. Carries a lot of sediment with it. The water is certainly not what you'd call clear, pure water. There's a lot of rock in it. That over there you see is actually ice underneath the gravel. This is another waterfall we visited on the way to Jasper, fairly close to Jasper this one, and quite an awesome waterfall.
We are in a hybrid car, runs on a battery at times and then onto petrol, very cheap to run. And outside it is 3 Celsius.
It looks like snow ahead.
And yes, there is snow up ahead. And we are in the Jasper National Park, the ice fields. This is the snowfields in Jasper National Park.
There's snow coming at us now.
Yeah, it's snowing.
We had a fair amount of snow coming past the ice fields, and this is on the way back to Lake Louise. Just stop for a little bit more video of the glaciers. The next day dawned nice and clear and sunny, and we drove up to Moraine Lake, and this is just on the road. That's the Valley of the Ten Peaks ahead. And this is Moraine Lake. It was a very nice place. We enjoyed our time there greatly. There was a lot of people there though, unfortunately.